Hey everyone! Wow, what a day! The world feels really alive. We've just passed May Day, as you know, and the world is feeling really alive and really vibrant. I've actually had to find some shade today, just to kind of sit in to be able to kind of take the glare off the camera for filming. It is absolutely beautiful and. Quite a week, really, a huge week, in fact. Is Last night I done my first night ride of the year. I absolutely love that. It kind of moves you again out of what is kind of comfortable into a little bit a kind of sense of uncomfortability, and that's really important for us because with what we do, where we're going, where we're heading towards, especially towards the end of the year. We are going to be on a huge expedition trip, right up there in the Highlands, and one of the things that can happen is that when you're navigating towards day's end and you're looking for that bothy or that place to stay, sometimes you can be riding in twilight and into the dark, and it's always good to kind of sensitize and find that comfortability within that, almost to the point. Last night I done round about the 18-mile mark, and it's kind of given me that kind of foundation again to think, I am going to head off at twilight, at sunset, to one of their overnight spots over this summer, just navigate during the dark and kind of be comfortable with that. And that's what it's all about, is at times kind of taking yourselves into new experiences. Well, last week we were talking about the inner compass. There's a few things that I kind of want to talk to you about. Is that one of the things I was really kind of really reinforcing last week is that sense of inner compass, that inner guidance system that's there for all of us. I believe that we all have the answers to every challenge we find ourselves in, but ultimately it boils down to us trusting ourselves enough, and also overcoming the fear of what that means. Sometimes we're creatures that don't always like change, and change can bring up fear. So there's two elements to it, and I kind of feel that when you start kind of really kind of owning that space where you're really honest with yourself, your perfections and your beautiful imperfections, you kind of own them, and you really own them, everything across that board. Is that when you can kind of be really honest with yourself, and you've got that sense of mindfulness, that sense of awareness, it becomes easier. You start to move into a sense of alignment, and things begin to appear in your world. And one of the things that I was sharing earlier on, for a sound file, was that I had this experience a few weeks ago, probably a little bit further than that, 3 weeks or so ago, where I woke up in the morning and I had the word J in my mind, and then blue jay, and then I kind of felt this sense of this bird appeared in my awareness, in my mind. And long story short, I cycled out onto the trail to meet a wonderful friend, and on my way I stop at these crossroads. This is a very important point: crossroads. Okay, so stop at this crossroads, look over, and there, set back in the woodland, was this jay. And I was like kind of really surprised, but not surprised by that experience. But what happened next is kind of interesting. I think it's a really good point. Is that I then was kind of quite kind of really kind of excited by that experience. It was a kind of really wonderful, special experience. And my first reaction was to go and research, what is the teaching of the jay. And then there's something kind of stirred up inside of me and said, you know what, Shane, don't go and read up on it. It's a bit like the tarot cards. I've mentored people to kind of work with the cards and consult with the cards. And I've always said one really golden piece of information is that don't go and read the written meanings. Many years ago, Spirit said to me, throw the book away. And back then I kind of did. Nowadays I say to people, go and recycle the book, go and charity the book, take it to charity shop. And Spirit really emphasised was, don't take the written literal meaning. how about applying your direct experience? And I've seen some guys we kind of mentored, kind of have amazing experiences using the cards. And it's almost like there's no tangible literal meaning in there. What the information that comes through, you can't see within the card, yet it's so specific to the person they're consulting for. And that's what stirred up in me was, don't go and kind of read up on the written meaning of what this kind of experience is telling you, this teaching, because I feel that the innate will keep bringing the message in so many different versions, so many different ways, driving home the teaching and the lesson and the message to you. So I was kind of like looking at this experience, this, what does it say to me? What is this J saying to me? It's kind of no coincidence, because cycling back that day, I saw, if it be the same bird or kind of another, I saw the J again further down the trail. But I haven't seen them in years, so twice in one day, felt it in the morning. There's something going on with that, so I kind of looked at what is my direct experience with this, what is it saying to me, and what I kind of felt was that, when I looked over, it was set back a bit. It was kind of merged into the woodland. It was almost as if it had it was here but it wasn't here. It was almost as if it had one foot in this world and one foot in the other, and very much that is absolutely what Spirit Meets Adventure is about, is that it's absolutely grounded in the everyday, through the cycling, through the connection and integration with the great outdoors. It's teaching leadership, it's teaching adaptability, it's teaching endurance, it's showing you that you're so more capable of so much. Try starting a fire in a torrential rainstorm. It's going to teach you endurance, it's going to teach you perseverance, it's going to teach you patience, and absolutely gratitude for the warmth and the fire, and it's going to teach you a whole range of different lessons. That's fully grounded in this world. It has one foot completely in the everyday, which is very important to me, because I feel that all spirituality should grow corn. It should be being able to be applied in a practical way that moves your life forwards. And then we've got the kind of mystical aspect, the spirit aspect, kind of connection to the innate, a sense of instinct, intuition, which is also really, really important. If you're kind of in the middle of nowhere, I've seen Sarah navigate us through some pretty crazy terrain and find her way the other side of it purely by instinct. She has this innate way of being able to drop into that kind of fabric of things, and I think that's the other important thing, is that the spirit aspect of Spirit Meets Adventure is about kind of dropping into harmony with oneself, and also kind of the world around us, and also the innate. So this J is really, really showing me a lot. I'm learning lots from just kind of sitting with it and allowing the experience to talk to me, a bit like the cards. Allow them to talk to you. It's kind of more richer. It will bring you so much more. So it's kind of something I really wanted to share with you, something that I felt very kind of passionate about, and want to wish you all the most amazing day.